you're threatening to evict people, but you've been shut down.
They never gave me my lease today. They told me, oh, you can get it online at the portal. It was never a portal.
Yesterday, the water was cut off.
I done had people peep in my window, bugs infestation.
Somebody went in that office and took every single computer.
Someone had died in the front and the back of my unit.
But they're forcing everybody out on the streets. Women, children, animals. It doesn't matter.
We can't keep allowing this. And then they just walk around the property like we not even here. Right. Throwing stuff up in front of our property like we're not here. Right. So now we gotta fight for ourselves. That's right. We can't leave it just here. We gotta go to the city of College Park. These residents have been threatened, harassed, and forced to leave their home with barely a week's notice. No support, no solutions, just displacement.
Conditions that these people are living in are terrible. Tenants are telling me that this area has been foreclosed since November, and that people are just now getting evicted and being forced to evict and forced to pay late fees for houses that have been broken into, pipes exposed from the work that they're trying to do in remodeling. Landlords are still trying to get a quick pocket out of the people who live here, exposes them to the risks that they have.
And rather than fix these repairs, they instead evict all of their tenants.
Neglecting their rights because I have people here who have their stuff locked in, change locks after just a few days, no regard to their safety or well-being.
On Monday at 6 p.m., we are going to be joining tenants of the Chelsea Gardens apartment complex at the College Park City Council meeting.
Along with some of the tenants we spoke to will be there, letting the city know what's going on out here.
I'm going to be at this town hall Monday to tell the city what is going on.
And then we're going to fight for the people. PSL will be present, the tenants will be present, and we hope to see you there to help fix these conditions. And
what's up, YouTube? Listen, man, mass evictions hits as recession fears loom. If you are facing any situation, whether it's student loan related, whether it's garnishment from student loans, whether it's eviction, whether it's losing your job, whether your department has got cut, I want you to know firsthand, if you give people, meaning your job, the power to feed you, you give them the power to starve you. Guys, no matter what it is, especially as it relates to these mass evictions, you gotta pay your rent. You gotta take care of first things first. Before you do everything under the sun, you gotta make sure you have somewhere to lay your head. You gotta make sure your kids got somewhere to lay their head, because it's getting real out here for so many people, guys. I'm on coaching calls all day, every day, and I'm hearing real life stories from real life people that's going through very similar things to these viral videos on TikTok and Instagram and everywhere else. So let me know down below if you ever been evicted. Let me know down below if you ever had to evict somebody. See, this is one of those things that is two sides of the coin. And this is why it's so important that you guys learn how to invest and build wealth in the stock market. But before you even take that step, there's things you want to do in terms of getting your business buttoned up and having your affairs in order. Okay, there's things you want to make sure that, okay, it might not be a time to invest, but it might be a time to establish some good habits, some good principles, some good standards, so that I can say that I'm never late on child support. I'm never late on rent. I'm never late paying my car note. If nothing else, I'm going to do these things. And then, guys, those behaviors leads to you being able to, when you transition to investing and when you transition into the things that begin to be wealth generators, you can lean back on those habits that you established when you were doing the previous things. Okay, so listen, man, it's getting real out here. If you feeling it, let me know down in the comments below. This administration has some unmitigated, unnecessary chaos it has caused by the way it has done some of what it's done. Not that it might not turn out good, but there was a way that it could have been done, maybe in a less demonstrative type of way. Okay, so that the pain ain't hitting so many people, especially the middle class and the lower class. Okay, but listen, man, mass evictions begin as recessions hit, and so you need to make sure you not trying to go to the next concert, not trying to buy the next bag that come out or anything like that. You need to make sure at the end of the day, you got your rent paid. You got somewhere to lay your head. You have your shelter in place, your food in place, your bills paid up, your car note paid up so you don't get repo. Guys, these things are real in the field for so many people. And I don't want, because you're part of my community, that we glaze over those things. These are just important conversations as our money talks every day, our technical analysis talk every day, our wealth building conversations we have every single day, because guess what? It all ties together, and none of this can happen if this ain't taken care of. This meaning the things on the front end. You paying your rent, you paying your mortgage, you paying your car note, you paying your lease, you doing all the things, you paying your student loan. Okay, guys, it can't be stressed more. If you don't handle your responsibility at some point in time, all your luck gonna run dry. And guess what? The landlord gonna evict you. You can run in the victim Olympics. You can say they cold-hearted, where their compassion. You can say all of that. But they're looking at it through the lens of, I gotta feed my family. If I keep letting you be late on rent, not pay rent, or only pay half, I ain't even got last month and the previous month's rent because you pay half and you ain't even catch up yet. So then if you do that too often, now I'm taking money out of my 401k to keep a roof over my head when I got these tenants that's not paying. And guys, you see what I mean about how it can go left quick. And both ends of the coin has a valid argument, okay? But again, if you sign something, you are essentially stating, I'm going to make this payment in full. Not pay half, not pay, not I'm going to pay this month and I'm not going to pay the next. That ain't what you signed. You said, I'm going to make the payment every single month on time by the 1st and or the 15th. So sometimes you're going to gave grace. Sometimes it's going to be like, depending on who you're dealing with, depending on who the landlord is, depending on how many times he's been messed over, she's been messed over, they might just be at their wit's end. You know what? Next missed payment, you out of here. If you don't have the money this particular month, I don't care what the excuse is, you're out of here. We're putting your stuff out. And so sometimes, guys, that's just how the cookie crumbles. You know what I'm saying? At the same token, back in 2020, when they had to, you think they forgot about this? Back when you can't put nobody out, you can't accept rent payments. Imagine the weight that the landlords were under. And then people wasn't making provisions to pay or get ahead or do whatever the case may be. And so you see how both ends have their time where the pendulum shifted in their favor. Now the pendulum has shifted back to the favor of the landlord, and they looking like, hey, y'all getting up out of here. So listen, guys, this is why these discussions, these wealth conversations are so important on so many levels, okay? We just got a gift. Palantir had earnings. If you have made money, for example, with Palantir, I want to say major salute first and foremost, but they crushed earnings and they had the nerve to give us a gift. They knocked the stock down $10, $11. So guess what? You think they're not going to recover that? They are absolutely going to recover that. So throughout this week, beginning today, okay, I want you to put that on your radar and I want you to prepare for the bounce, aka the recovery. All right. I want you to prepare for the bounce, aka the recovery, because guess what? It's coming. All right. And so sometimes play or a situation like that could be a blessing in disguise. It could be what you need to make your rent payment because the bounce back is inevitable. But then when you do that, you want to make sure you pay your rent so that you are not the one getting evicted. Okay, sometimes we say it take chances to make money. Chances make champions. You have to take the risk But everything in life is a risk. Everything from the stock market to buying a house to renting a house to buying a car, all of it is a risk. It all has inherent risk associated with it. Okay, but you just gave a gift with Palantir. That is the gift that keeps on giving. That is a play that's going to keep producing. So it ran up. It went back to all-time highs. Boom. They had a phenomenal earnings. It got knocked down. Guess what? Let that be. Meaning, if you see 110, if you see definitely come back to the double digits, I mean, like 90s or anything like that, that's your cue to scoop it up, because this could end up being, okay, I put my money in a market, coach, but I used it to be able to pay my rent, to pay my car note, to pay on my student loan, because guess what? They coming, and the government gonna get their money by any means necessary, even if it's not showing and demonstrating compassion to you. So listen, guys, coach just wanted to talk to you guys about these mass evictions, whether it's your programs getting cut, whether it's your house you're losing, your car you're losing, repossession, whatever the case may be. It's getting real in the field, and so I need to make sure that the family is on alert and making sure we got our business buttoned up. Okay, so listen, we make videos like this every day, so if you like this one, make sure you check out the next one. Remember, most people see the end result, but if you consider the journey, do me a favor, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys grab some free stock using my link below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.